Britain is in the grip of the worst whooping cough outbreak for 20 years. New figures have revealed that 3 more babies, all under the age of 3 months, died from the disease in October.
In all, 13 newborns have died this year in England and Wales, and now a UK-wide campaign is underway to vaccinate pregnant women in order to pass protection on to their children.
So joining us now, Janine Teasdale, a partner Jonathan Golding, along with her son Deon, who you might have heard just a moment ago. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Now, tell us your story, because Deon was very ill when he was very young. Tell us what happened.
It was, well, when I had him, they don't do the mucus now, they don't take the mucus away, so he had a cough. They said that would go.
How old was he at this point?
He was about a couple of days old, maybe 2 days old, and they said that the cough would eventually go when it got rid of the mucus. I noticed a few days later that when he was going to sleep, he was going white. So I mentioned it to the midwife on the last midwife appointment, so that it would have been about 10 days old. And she said to take him over to the GP and get him checked over. He asked me if his lips went blue, and I said no. They said, do his ears go blue? And I said no. And he said he was perfectly fine, he looked quite healthy. But I wasn't happy, his cough just got worse and worse.
And when he was coughing, was it clear that he couldn't get his breath, or how was it?
No, it was just a bit like quite a continuous cough, and then he would just like projectile vomit all over. And I told them this, and a couple of days went by, I kept going back to the doctors, same symptoms, and they said he was perfectly fine, just like a bronchi cough. Well, with me going all the time, they eventually said they would take him in for an overnight review. They watched him feed, and the next day they sent us home and said he was perfectly fine. He would come up with it.
So what stage, so what happened next? When was it?
Well, we come home, and maybe about 3 days later, he was really poorly, and he was projectile vomiting, and he was choking. So that night, we said if he was no better, we would get a doctor out, but I decided I was just going to get a doctor anyway. And
Jonathan, he got really very seriously ill, didn't he?
Yeah, he was serious.
So he ended up in hospital?
He was in hospital for maybe 3 weeks before they diagnosed him. 2-3 weeks before they diagnosed him. We got there and we got no help. As you can see on the pictures there.
Well, it must have been a very, very frightening time.
And if we didn't push for things to happen, he would have just got left. Because he got worse and worse in hospital. Because he was feeding and not getting any, because he was only 10 days old. All he needed was a bottle and rest.
So he was finally diagnosed.
It took them 3 weeks to diagnose him.
And after that, what happened then?
Well, we were let out of hospital.
Didn't he?
Yeah, he was tube fed.
That's what he needed to get rest. So all he could do was rest, and he was getting his food without taking it and being sick all the time.
And they put him on antibiotics, clarithromycin, they put him on.
I'm interested as well, given what you've been through, which was clearly very worrying for all of you, if you'd been offered a vaccine when you were pregnant with him, if they said, look, whooping cough, there's a rise in whooping cough, would you have been happy to having one?
Now, yeah, I would have, but back then, no, because I didn't know what it was.
Right.
I told the lady at work about it when she was pregnant, and she went and got it.
Did she?
Yeah, she did, yeah.
So given what's happened to you,
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah.
A lot of this now is about awareness of whooping cough. Were you in that group of people who just kind of didn't really think about it, or thought it was something that used to happen in the past?
We didn't even know about it.
The doctors didn't even know about it. They never once mentioned it once.
And the nurses in ICU, they didn't even know what it was. They'd never heard of it.
The printing it out for us on a bit of paper.
Really? That's very interesting. And now, he's smiling now. How is he doing now? He's clearly a lot better.
Oh, he's great, yeah.
Are there sort of long-term implications? What do they say?
It's just...
They said not.
It's like a 100-day cough. Like it just goes on.
100-day cough?
Yeah, that's what the Chinese call it.
It went on for a long time?
Oh, yeah, it goes on for months. Months it goes on.
But later on, you can handle that, if you know what I mean. It's the stages.
Gets less.
And you were saying, you mentioned it to people at work. Are you now sort of telling everyone just to be very careful?
There was just a lady we work for, and we go there all the time. So I was just telling her, and she'd been advised about it. And I said, if I was you,
I had my friends coming to me and saying, oh, my baby's coughing. Is it whooping cough? And I'm like, no, because they don't whoop. Babies don't whoop.
That's right, because a lot of people, kids get coughs and colds all the time, and it is important to know, people know the difference. difference, and all your instincts obviously kicked in
Yeah.
of knowing somebody who was much
You should
worse.
do, some hospitals should do tests sooner. It was 2 weeks we've been there and there was no test done at all.
Well, I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming to see us.
And very well behaved.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good to see you. Thanks very much.